Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This list is the exact same as yours. It's great.
Well, I mean, Giannis is the MVP.
Giannis is the MVP.
Giannis is the top.
He's
Honestly,
MVP.
If we're going this season, I'm going to put Giannis at 2.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Giannis
That's
at
totally
Kawhi,
fair.
then Giannis, then LeBron is probably going to be my 4. I'll probably put Harden at 3.
Wow.
I hate doing it. but
Wow.
I'm probably going to put Harden at 3, and then my 5. Man, if Klay wasn't injured going into the next season, I'd say Klay.
Yeah.
But
You put
he's
Steph?
injured going into the next season. I'm not going to put Steph.
Yeah, I can't
I'd put
put
Steph in my top 10, but maybe not my top 5. Shit.
You got to pick one.
It's probably... I would want to say it's Luka. Luka balled the fuck out this year.
Yeah, but he's a rook.
But he's a rookie.
Right.
But that's also kind of what makes me want to say Luka. I'm not going...
Top 5? Top 5?
I know.
Yo.
That's what makes it hard. It's like I want
You're
to say...
putting him over
So
Westbrook,
many.
over Dame Dalla, over
Yeah.
Embiid.
I
over-
know. I get it. I'm saying... I'm not saying it.
Mavs
Kinda
Homer.
saying
You
it.
definitely just said it. Lean into your opinion. Just
Yeah, no,
accept your-
fuck y'all, Luka. I'm gonna go Luka. I'm biased a little
Damn.
bit,
guys were Mavs fans.
A little
Can you
bit.
tell?
but I think that impressive of a rookie season to take a team that had nothing going with you have an old Dirk who can't run anymore. He couldn't do anything. He could maybe he was good for a couple threes a game, and that was about it.
That's not true.
He dunked last season, actually.
Yes.
That was awesome.
It was
That's the
awesome.
most thrilling thing to ever see is somebody who can't jump dunk a ball.
Well, he's like 10 foot tall. He just had to put his hand up.
Yeah, it's great. But to take that team and basically put it on your back and be 500, like, that's, or slightly under 500. To do that, I'm going to say Luka. I think he's got a lot of potential this next year with Porzingis on his team. If Porzingis stays healthy and comes out,
Listen,
doing well.
you can try to explain this ridiculous opinion of yours. It's just wrong. He's
What,
not
you want me
top
to agree
5.
with you and just say Embiid?
No, he's not top
Because
5.
that's not fun.
Well, Embiid is top 5 in my
Embiid
personal opinion, but like at the same time, I think if we're going to go overall, like AD's better than Embiid.
AD
is better than Embiid.
Yeah.
I'm going to go AD then.
But AD held out.
No. You went Luka.
I'm kidding. I'm just taking... I'm still hungover, okay?
Well,
Give me a break.
AD
don't
held
feel
out
good.
for a while. He didn't play much. Embiid
Right.
just kind of like
AD was out.
I'm basing this completely on this past season and going forward. I think that Embiid still had
Kyle
like.
Lowry.
All right, everybody. That's all the time we have here today. It was wonderful talking to everyone.
Danny Green. Jesus Christ. No,
Can I still say Michael Jordan?
No.
Oh.
The White Mamba.
Oh, Brian Scalabrine, the White Mamba, always the greatest player ever.
Oh yeah. Man, let's talk about Luka for a minute though. Let's start there before I get into my top 5.
All right.
So Luka had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
You
Correct.
said it was his outstanding rookie year. Was it that outstanding of a rookie year that's like head and shoulders above any rookies we've seen recently?
What were his stats? Stat guy.
He's looking it up.
I'm looking it up. Calm down.
I mean, Luka was fantastic. He was a big part of, like, the Mavs got a random win against the Golden State Warriors late in the season.
Yeah.
Which they were playing their best ball late in the season, so that's impressive. And I think he dropped over 30 on that game.
So he played 72 games this past year.
Right. Oh, wow.
Averaged 32 minutes. Averaged 21 points. Field goal percentage was 42.7%. 32% from 3. I'd like to see that get better. But he did have 7.8 rebounds.
How many,
6
what was it
assists.
from 3?
Only 32.7%.
Yeah. It's about average.
7.8 rebounds and 6 assists. Listen.
For a rookie season on a not good team,
Listen.
that's
The
pretty...
assistant rebounds.
I'm not going to argue with you that he is a generational talent, especially with the age that he is.
Right.
He's 19.
Yeah, he's young.
20. He
20?
came in at 19. He's 20 now.
Oh, okay. So
Him and Trae Young are the
birthday,
same
got it.
age.
He's
But-
definitely better than Trae Young.
He was he was rookie of the year.
You don't think he's better than Trae Young?
Dude.
He was rookie of the year.
So MVP, you put Giannis as your 3 behind
Giannis.
No, I moved him to
Giannis.
2.
You put him as your 2 behind Kawhi. He was the MVP. Giannis was.
Fair enough.
So just because you win an award doesn't necessarily mean anything.
It's true.
But we're also projecting into next season.
We are projecting.
In terms of
Right now, we're just talking about brass tacks of Luka versus Trae Young, I guess.
Right? Yeah. Well, we're just going where we go.
I mean, I feel like that's going to be the debate throughout all of their career.
Right.
because the thing is like it started at the draft.
Right.
Right? The Mavs purposely passed on Trae Young to trade up to get Luka. And Trae Young has been very vocal about, like, he sees that as, a slight to him. He saw himself as the best. LeBron, when Trae Young was in college, was like, dude, his game is ridiculous.
Right.
This is what Trae Young did. He had 81 games played, averaged 30.9 minutes, 19.1 points a game, 41.8% field goal percentage, 32.4 from three, 3.7 rebounds, 8.1 assists.
So Luka by stats is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Luka's game better.
And Luka, and he's, I think, more electric of a player. He had the capability of putting the team on his back and leading as a young guy.
So
I imagine coming into the league, and you have Dirk to coach you through. Like,
Right.
Dirk was helping, being an instrumental
and
role
Rick
in developing
Carlisle,
his
let's
game.
not slight
And
Rick
Rick
Carlisle. That's a great
Right,
coach.
right.
I mean, he's not like a proven championship winner, but the Mavs are always better than they should be. Like, they're better than they ever should be with Rick Carlisle. He's a great coach.
Right.
So let's equate this debate to Carmelo and LeBron. Carmelo was a great scorer. Carmelo was amazing. He won a national championship in college at Syracuse.
Sure.
Carmelo
Is
doesn't
Trae
have-
Young not just 2019 rookie year version of Carmelo? And Luka is... I'm not saying he's the
that
same
is just a hot take.
I'm not saying that Luka is LeBron, but I'm saying like the all-around game is significantly better. So you've got Luka at 21 points, almost 8 rebounds a game, almost 7 assists a game. Is that what you said?
Yeah, we have
7.8 and
7.8 rebounds and 6 assists a game as compared to Trae Young's 3.7 and 8.1.
Right. So if we're like turning this debate from our top 5 into those two guys, Trae Young's nowhere near. Like maybe he'll be a better scorer, and he probably will be a better scorer. Let's not be crazy. He was amazing at Oklahoma. He won a lot of games for Oklahoma because of his scoring ability. But if you in the NBA, if you can't board and you can't dish too, you don't really have a place. Even Jamal Crawford can cross everybody, but he's a great passer.
Sure.
If you in the NBA, it's not
And
a
he can-
score. It's
and
not
he
an
can,
only
like,
scoring
He can
league.
cross everybody, drain threes.
Hey, the
like,
biggest difference with the rebounds, though,
maybe greatest six man ever.
Trae Young 6'2", Luka 6'7".
I did not realize Luka was that big.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't realize
like
that Trae
6'5".
Young was that small.
Yeah, he's small.
6'2"
He's a
is
small
2.
boy.
That's very small. That's a
Small dude.
I'm like 5'4".
Well,
I'm
still, but
6'3".
you're not playing basketball.
Right, but I'm just saying, like me saying someone that's 6'2" small is a little wild.
Right.
But-
And that's probably a padded stat.
Perhaps.
You always project to be taller than
yeah,
you are.
you always round up.
Right.
Yeah, on stat blocks I was 6'4", but in high school I was 6'1". Now I'm.
I mean,
like that.
this
I don't
this
know.
is the battle though.
Roughly
Like,
the same.
Do we need to measure how high you are?
How high I am?
Yeah.
Not at all right now. But
Give it some time.
but that's a great debate though, right? It's like looking into one of the biggest stories of the NBA season going forward. And I'll name my 5 in a second, but
Okay.
that going forward is Luka, Trae Young. Who
Who
is
do-
going to
okay,
be the
so who do-
standout?
who
'Cause
do you-
those are the two. Who else?
Luka.
The rookie.
who do you think
players?
is going to be the future of basketball right now?
I mean,
Giannis.
Giannis is the future.
No, I mean out of the rookies coming in, like the net.
Oh.
if
I
you
mean
had to
Giannis
give
has
it to
been
one, it's Luka.
Giannis has been in the league for 3 years, right?
Right.
I mean he's the immediate future of basketball. We got all these younger guys coming in.
Right.
Like who do you think is going to be? Who do you think are going to be the top players in the next couple of years? I'm gonna probably get. I mean Trae Young probably if he can keep the
I mean,
longevity.
it's a Giannis, AD, Embiid league right now. I think it's
Right.
all these
Right
big,
now.
huge guys. Yeah, but the small guards will come back, roaring back. They
I mean, small
definitely
guards
will.
aren't gone. You got Steph.
Or just guards in general. I mean, Luka's 6'7". That's not a small guard by any stretch of the imagination. That's a small forward 10 years ago.
Marvin Bagley had a good year.
I don't even know who that is.
Rook that got drafted by Sacramento Kings coming out of Duke.
It's because it came from the King. He's in the Kings. I forgot that was a team for a while.
Yeah,
too.
he played 62 games, 25.3 minutes per game, 14.9 points per game, but a 50.4% field goal percentage. He's a big time get down low
Yeah.
and fuck you up kind of guy. 31.3% from three, 7.6 rebounds, 1 assist. Listen, there's a reason why Luka won Rookie of the Year,
Right.
and we all know this.
Right.
He was phenomenal this year.
Yeah.
The future of the NBA, if we're talking about this rookie class that just came in, it's Luka.
It has to be. Because he's the best all-around game.
Well, I mean, now you have to incorporate Zion into the conversation because
Sure.
he's in the league now.
Sure, but Luka's way better than Zion.
I agree with that.
Overall game,
Yeah.
I mean, like, the thing is, and we talked about this last episode, Zion, I'm not going to doubt his athleticism. I'll never will. But the thing is that if I'm building a team, right? If I'm building a team right now from scratch, I want Luka over Zion every single time.
Yeah, I would too. Because you want somebody that can impact the game in all facets.
Right.
You don't want somebody.
I'd take Trae Young over Zion.
I wish we had defensive player.
I might take Zion over Trae Young.
Because that's a big part too, right?
Sure.
Like Steph is amazing. Steph Curry's amazing, but his biggest downfall is he's goddamn garbage on defense. Like he can't stop.
Same
anybody.
with Harden.
Yeah, Harden doesn't even try. At least Steph tries. Steph tries to cover you. He just doesn't have the skill.
He's not big.
He's like 6'2", 6'3". Steph isn't that small.
But he's skinny.
Yeah,
He doesn't take up a lot of room. Like he's just not a good defensive player. That's why you had Iguodala on the team to make up for all that defense.
And Clay too. Clay's like one of the best defenders in the league. I mean, he's like yeah.
Steph is
huge.
Steph is 6'3", 190.
Told you he was 6'3". Good win for me there. My 5.
He's as big as I am.
Yeah,
I thought he was way smaller.
You guys are probably pretty similar builds, actually. Minus like a beer guy.
He's probably in way better shape.
Also, he can actually hit his free throws. All right, Anthony.
So my 5, I'm going to go from 5 up. I'm going to go. I'm going to put Embiid in my top 5. I'm going to put him at 5.
Okay. Put him at 5.
Just
okay.
because he impacts the game in so many ways, defensively, offensively.
We're all having the same shit right now.
Kind of.
I said Luka at 5.
I'm going to put Westbrook at my 4.
Ooh.
Oh.
Because I'm big on the two-way game. Yeah, you can put Harden there.
Okay.
But Westbrook actually can play defense. He can lock you down, and he has locked down a lot of people. He's great. You never know when he's going to pick the ball off and it lead to an explosive play.
Sure.
And when he wants to, I mean, like Russell Westbrook is a triple-double waiting to happen. Period. And now he's going to be playing with Harden.
And I think that's one of the things that people really don't talk about with him going to the Rockets
all-around
is
game
that
is great.
Well, everything everybody says is about who's going to get the ball, who's taking the last shot. I mean, we talked about it on the last episode.
Right.
But the real thing that he does bring to the team is defense.
Mm-hmm. He brings
defense. He brings a clutch mentality that Harden doesn't have.
Right.
He brings a completely different mentality that Harden doesn't have. It's just like that ferocious, just like, it's that killer instinct, man, that is dying out. Mm-hmm. It's what Kobe had.
Right, yeah, he has the Mamba mentality.
Yep.
Right, 100%. 3, I'm going to put LeBron at 3. I'm going to put Kawhi at 2. And I will put Giannis at 1. Kawhi is amazing. Yeah, it's very tough. It's very tough.
I don't blame him for that pick.
It's very tough to switch those two. 1 and 2 is Giannis and Kawhi. I don't think that's debatable right now. And I don't think it's debatable to put LeBron at 3 or 4.
How could you possibly put Giannis over Kawhi when what Kawhi did for the Raptors this past year, and Giannis couldn't do that shit for his team?
It's just the way Giannis won MVP, so a lot of it has to do with that, right?
Okay.
I know the award I just said like 10 minutes ago. The award doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Sure,
but the Bucks have Chris Middleton, who could not make the Bucks a winning team without Giannis. This couldn't. Kawhi was amazing. He's the one that put them over the hump for the playoffs. But the Raptors still had a winning record without Kawhi.
They went to the Eastern Conference Finals multiple years in a row. They just got shut down by LeBron because
the Raptors
LeBron
have been good
owns the Raptors.
Right. He didn't own anybody right now because he's in the West. But yes, you're right. So you still had Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's good in his own right. I talked about Siakam. I'm a big Siakam guy. They had the talent there to be a winning team, and they were a winning team without Kawhi. I think their record was actually a little worse without Kawhi.
Okay.
With Kawhi, I'm sorry. So that's where I put it. Yes, Kawhi put him over the hump. They don't win an NBA Finals without Kawhi, 100%. But just from going into this year, that's where I see it. And Kawhi is also going to take a little bit of a step back because he has the benefit of playing with Paul George. He didn't have to do what he did in the finals for the Raptors. Didn't have to do that anymore. Will he still? I don't know. Giannis is still going to have to be Giannis, period. So going into 2019-2020, I'm going Giannis, Kawhi, 1 and 2. Wow. Very close. 3, LeBron. LeBron's going to have to take a step back, too, because he has an AD. He didn't have to do what he had to do.
Well, which, let's talk about that real quick, because LeBron has never had a big man...
Not like this.
Like this.
He had Ilgauskas, who's the best big man he's played with before this.
Right, but that's, I mean...
He had Shaq.
Shaq in his later years, dude.
Shaq is still Shaq.
Not then he wasn't Shaq. Not then he was not Shaq.
Dude.
Shaq was terrible when he played for the Cavs. That was after the Heat ring. He was done.
Yeah,
he was just collecting big contracts at that point.
That's right. He was trying to get another ring. Honestly, that's what Shaq was trying to do.
He was trying to get another ring.
Why
and
not?
It was him. And
I'm not knocking him for it, but I'm just saying, like, it's not the Shaquille O'Neal that we know.
That was a patched together, duct taped roster that Shaq and LeBron played on that year. It was like them. I think Kendrick Perkins was there toward the end of his career.
Okay, let me put this to words.